What's up, YouTube? Listen, family, today's video is about how to help you increase your credit score in 4 days. But do me a favor, guys, before we jump into that, please, if you're new around here, please make sure you like, hit subscribe, and join us on the journey. Listen, guys, for around nearly the last 10 years, I've been teaching a workshop for first-time home buyers to help individuals that come from the background, such as myself, someone that come from the trenches, whether it's single parent families, single parent moms, single parent dads, individuals from low income neighborhoods, okay? And over that time period, in helping people and individuals become first-time home owners, okay, the one challenge and the one barrier that we often ran to on that journey prior to helping individuals acquire their first property was their credit score, okay? The credit score was oftentimes so low, or was oftentimes associated with someone having something in their name, whether it was a parent, whether it was a relative or something like that. And before a person can even get off the ground, they had to first build or rebuild their credit score, okay? And so a lot of the work before helping individuals acquire their first properties and become homeowners that we had to do was first clean up the credit, okay? And so in today's video, I want to give you some gems that will help you improve and increase your credit score in 4 days. It's important to know what your credit history is made up of, okay? And speaking of history, you have what's known as a payment history, okay? And as you see here, the payment history is around 35% of the pie, all right? But then on top of the history and how long and how consistent you've been paying something over the period of a course of time, you have what is called credit utilization, okay? And that makes up 30% of this overall credit score mix, okay? And credit utilization, I'll talk to you guys about momentarily, is just how much of that credit limit are you using, okay? But your credit utilization makes up around 30%. Then you have the length of your credit history, okay? That makes up 15%. How long have you had a credit card? Is it 1 year? Is it 5 years? Why don't we encourage you to close credit cards that has been paid off? Because this helps establish the length of your credit history. Then you have the number of credit inquiries. That makes up 10%. And again, every time you may apply for a credit card, apply for a new charge account, these things are credit inquiries. And again, this portion of the pie makes up 10%. And then the last remaining 10% is what is known as your credit mix. And guys, overall, these are the things that you need to be mindful of as to how you are going to raise and increase your credit score. Your debt to credit ratio refers to the amount you owe across all revolving credit accounts compared to the amount of revolving credit available to you. Listen, guys, I often talk about, to make it plain, I tell first-time home buyers this: if you have $1,000 credit card, for example, you cannot spend over $300. The best debt to credit ratio is around 30%. Okay, so again, in terms of trying to build and increase your credit score, especially in a short amount of time, you need to make sure your debt to credit ratio, that credit utilization, is not maxed up. You don't want to have $1,000 credit card, for example, and you are at $990, okay, of it being maxed out towards that whole amount. Okay, you want to maintain a healthy and positive debt to credit ratio because other lenders, other banks are looking and taking that into account. These are the little small things that help increase your credit score, okay? If you have $1,000 account, don't spend more than $300, or better yet, put it, always spend up to 30%, and that's it. And some key words to understand the significance of that I want to make sure you guys are aware of are things such as trade lines. What is a trade line? A trade line is a record of activity for any type of credit extended to a borrower and reported to a credit reporting agency. So for example, guys, if you have Best Buy card, if you have a JCPenney's card, if you have a Renter Center card, for example, okay, what you do with that trade line is ultimately going to be what is reported back to the credit agency. Okay, so if you're not paying on time, that is showing up on your credit report. If you are paying on time, that is showing up on your credit report. But ultimately, it's just keeping a record of the activity. Okay, then you have what is known as a hard inquiry, okay, or hard pull. When a lender or company requests to review your credit report as part of a loan application. So this is why we often say, guys, be mindful of how many credit cards you're trying to open, because a lot of times as you go out and try to open up a new card, you are causing your credit to get ran. You're getting your credit ran, and those things make your score go down. So those hard pulls, if you can find some that has a soft pull or no pull, that's better. Okay, but you want to be mindful of that in general. All right, so those hard pulls also can be something that's taking your credit score down. Okay, so watch those hard inquiries. One area, guys, I have this credit card statement pulled up. Okay, and as you see, I have it circled here where the due date is. Okay, but the secret sauce is not only paying the balance by the due date on time. Okay, and so this due date says 5/18. Okay, so you want to make sure you pay by or before 5/18. Okay, but check this out. Look at this. What is going to get reported is what happens by this closing date, which happens to be 4/21 in this example. Okay, now check this out. You want to make sure that you're not using the credit card after you have made that payment for that due date. Okay, you don't want to go back and then use it right away and then not let this report of the closing date be accounted for, because that too helps improve your credit score. Okay, so remember that closing date is just as, or maybe even more significant than the actual due date, although the due date is something you better make sure you pay on time. Now, a few ways to help you guys increase your credit score is, one way to do that is through something called Boom. Okay, Boom is the most affordable way to build your credit with your rent payments. Okay, and with a one-time $10 enrollment fee is all that requires that to cover the verification costs. Boom helps build your credit with each one-time rent payment, the most affordable way to build your credit with your rent. What I love about Boom is, now if you get set up with Boom, for example, guys, now every time you make a rent payment, every time you pay your rent on time, okay, that then gets reported to the credit bureau and then helps build up your credit score. So on the road to becoming a homeowner, on the road to acquiring your first property, if you want to build your credit, okay, increase your credit, improve your credit by connecting with Boom, every time while you're renting, you make a payment on time, it is going towards and boosting your credit score. Okay, make sure you guys check out Boom. Another one is Credit Rent Boost. Okay, it works directly with tenants and landlords to report the tenants' monthly rent payments to TransUnion and Equifax to boost credit scores. Most property managed companies and landlords are unable to offer this service due to the reporting guidelines and a strict vetting process for the reporter. Listen, guys, Credit Rent Boost, just like Boom, is another way. The difference is with this one, guys, you don't have to have it connected to your savings account or your checking account. Okay, this one will just check with your landlord. Did he pay on time? Okay, boom. If you get with us and you have paid on time and your landlord can verify that you did, that goes towards boosting your credit. Okay, these are the things, these are the type of resources you want to know about and take advantage of. Okay, so Boom, although it does the same exact thing, all the payments must be made through your checking account. Okay, they want to track that history, want to track that record of consistency. With this one, if you don't have a credit card or a bank account and you are just paying how you're paying, Cash App, PayPal, whatever the situation may be, Credit Rent Boost is another same service as Boom, but you can just get around it like that. Okay, and then Open Sky Secure Credit Card is also a way, guys, for you to improve your credit score. With this one, guys, no credit checks to apply, no credit risk to apply, and 87% average approval rate. With this particular secured credit card, guys, this is a way that not only do they, if you got a bankruptcy, they're not worried about that. They're not checking for that. You guys can get around some of those things that normally would be a detriment to you. You can now utilize this to build and get yourself back on the right track. Okay, you get you up to a $200 to $3,000 limit. Okay, and you can begin to restore and build your credit by making sure that you are into something like Open Sky Secure Credit Card. Okay, so listen, guys, these are just a few resources of many that I help individuals a couple times out of the month with on their journey to becoming first-time homeowners. Okay, with this, if you know me by now, guys, I'm all about ownership. I'm all about investing and building wealth through the stock market. Okay, and these are some of the ways of many that we try to help individuals do that. Please embrace the holistic approach to financial freedom and financial independence. All of these things we talk about and teach about every day on the channel goes hand in hand, okay, from the holistic perspective. Take advantage of these things if you too want to improve and increase your credit score. With that being said, guys, listen, we make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result, very few consider the journey. Do me a favor, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stock using my link below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.